Isn't she the most beautiful kitten you've ever seen? She's got real beautiful eyeliner and her hair is so soft. She wasn't always used to be like this. She was actually abandoned from a neighborhood nearby. The neighborhood isn't famous for coming to abandon their cats at the monastery because they don't spay the cats that they have, so the cats keep giving birth to new kittens, and when the new kittens are born they come and abandon the kittens here. So when this little kitten was released here, she was living the worst condition at our house. She wasn't allowed inside the house apparently. They fed her but outside the house, and since she loves being around humans, she wouldn't leave the house as well. She would just stay under the rain or sun, and she was getting very sick. And the girl who's been seeing her around the house, she just felt sorry for the cat, and so she came to release the cat here. And when she got here, her paws were very dirty. She was infested with lots of fleas and ticks. But I started giving her medicines and started feeding her well, and now she's got the most beautiful fur, the cleanest paws. She's doing very well now, and it only took her like 2-3 months to get into this condition. So what cats usually need is just lots of love from the humans to survive. They don't need much. She's only fed like once a day properly by me when I come here in the mornings, and even then, look at her. She's gotten so much better. These two kittens were also abandoned. They were actually a litter of 4, but only 2 survived. And when they were very small kittens, I couldn't catch any of them, but now these 2 have very accustomed to seeing me. So they're comfortable around me now. They can come out and eat. Otherwise, previously I would have to leave the food bowls under the tables or at the corner for them to eat, and I will have to run away, very far away. And now they're comfortable eating in front of me, and they've gotten very beautiful as well. Hello. Johnny. So this little two-faced cat, she might have been here for around 2-3 years now, because I've seen her around the monastery even before I started feeding her regularly, and she was very scared of me at first, and it actually took me almost a year to gain her trust to feed her like this, for me to get near her. Before I couldn't feed her at all. I have to throw the food at her. And this one here, she's infamous for letting her kittens die every time she gives birth. I think this is her 3rd pregnancy now. I've been trying to spay her, but I have been unsuccessful at it because she keeps running away. So this little kitten used to be in a litter of 3, but one died at a very young age, and the other, I actually saw her yesterday, but I don't see her today anymore, so I think she's passed away. She wasn't doing very well. Sometimes it's hard for me to take these kittens to the vet because they're very small, very bony, and the vets don't usually know what to do because they're very small and skinny. This one is actually in very good health. I'm very glad to see that. These two kittens are her little kids. This guy is actually her kid as well. I think he's from the first litter. There's a new addition to the family of ducks now, and they seem to be doing well from using the bowl of water that I leave behind for cats. Oh, Millie! So this is actually the kitten that I was talking about. I thought she passed away, but she's still alive. Hey! 사과야 돼. I used to feed the cats alone at the monastery, but within a few months, I've gotten lots of hate for feeding the cats here. As usual, people are always jealous when someone is trying to help the animals and not humans. And I've actually received hate from the gardeners at the monastery actually. Not from anywhere far away, from the people here at the monastery itself. The monks have told me that I can continue feeding and I don't have to mind them. But my mom is very scared for me, so she's asked my sister to join. I'll later show you their parents, their mother, two mothers. So one mother gave birth to her and maybe her siblings, but when I found the litter, it was only her, and another mother gave birth to the two of them, their siblings. This is a boy, this is a girl, and I will show you their mother later. And also look at this. I leave the cat bowls with water or filled with food, and they just throw the food away, or maybe the cats or crows or the chickens ate them, and then they meaning the construction people or the gardeners, they use the bowl. And these bowls are not cheap, you know. It costs $1.5 per bowl, and the big ones cost $2. So not only do I have to buy food regularly, I also have to buy food bowls regularly too. That's why sometimes at first I just used the disposable food containers, but I do reuse them. But it's just that sometimes when they use the bowls like this, or when the bowls go missing, it makes me mad, and I don't want to be mad early in the morning. So initially I just used the disposable food containers, but someone pointed out to me that I should start using the permanent bowls. It's easier and it's washable, and they are right. That's why I need a change. But even though I know the risk of being stolen or being used like this is just a small example, like this is the one that I got back. There are lots of bowls that I don't get back. For this one, I'm definitely gonna clean it very well before I use it to feed the cats again. But yeah, I just want to show you the example. This is the one that I got back after they used it. I have lost like 10-20 bowls by now, and this is the small one. I used to have these big bowls lying around for water. Those cost like 5,000 jet. It's like $4, $4.50, $5 around there. Now it's more expensive with the USD climbing up in the country, because all of these are all imported. I could start looking for a cheaper version of bowls, but it's just very hard, that's good enough for the cats to reach in, especially for the small kittens. So sometimes these cat bowls are perfect for them because it's just the right amount of depth for them. Anyway, there's a new cat in town. He's still very scared. I just found him coming out of the bushes, so I placed a bowl very far away, and I showed him that I left it, and now he's eating it. He's definitely a boy, and look at his head. I'm trying to get him familiarized with the call that I make when I feed the cats, so that when he hears the same sound, he comes running to eat. He is listening to me. He's not that smart. I think he's here to look for a female. Maybe he's somebody else's cat, and he's wandering around looking for a girl. Maybe. Oh, great. He stole my bowls again. Yep, I don't find them anywhere. So today I've actually lost 5 bowls now. This is the mother cat of the 2 siblings. And this is the mother cat of the younger kitten. So as you can see, there are 4 ducks now, and apparently They were all released by the same guy, and he has plans to release 7 ducks. I think it's some sort of ritual to prevent misfortune or to get good karma. And this big guy here has been here as long as I can remember. He used to have lots of warts on his neck. That's why he still loves it when you pet him here. Now all of this is gone after lots of medicinal lotions and lots of good food and lots of cleaning. This cat lady here, she's had lots of litters. She's given birth to lots of babies, but none of them survive because she's a terrible mother. Do you hear it? You're a terrible mother. She's listening. And now she has another pregnancy. I could never give her the injection to help them prevent having pregnancies, because she would always run away or she would meow very loudly and we would get very scared to handle her. I know that I have to take her to a vet or bring a vet, but times are hard, and also she's not exactly a friendly cat. What's he doing? Oh, he's looking at her.